Business advice that I wish I knew when I started. I've been running a business for 5 years now in Sydney, Australia, and I've grown it to 40 people big. I've grown it to mid six figures, and I live relatively comfortably with the business that I have right now. But there are many mistakes that I made whilst creating the business that I wish I could just go back and change. And if you're someone who's just starting out a business, or who's been in business for a long time, then this video is for you. And essentially, some of the major mistakes that people make within business is they choose the wrong business. Okay, so you're not going to get rich. Most people aren't going to get rich selling cupcakes. Let's say selling your cupcakes for a very, very large amount of money. Now, there's a spectrum for businesses, and every business lies within this spectrum. And the spectrum is between an elf business and a half business. Okay, now an elf business is easy, it's lucrative, and you genuinely enjoy it, so it's fun. But a half business, this is hard, it's annoying, it's lame, and it's frustrating. It's lame and it's frustrating. Okay, so restaurants fall within this half business because restaurants are very hard, they're very annoying, and they're very lame. And it's very frustrating as well, because a restaurant has so many points of failure. Many points of failure. Because a restaurant could fail in terms of the employees it hires. It could fail in terms of the recipes it makes. It can fail in terms of pest control. It can fail in terms of getting somebody sick, and now you're going to get sued for making someone sick because you didn't follow proper hygiene practices. So restaurants are a half business. An elf business is anything that's completely online. Completely online. And that would make it easy. There's no overhead. There's no rent to pay. It's lucrative because for the same amount of hours you put in, you can make more money, and it can be fun as well. So this could be something like a YouTube channel if you have everything sorted out in a proper way. So YouTube business or an online business can be incredibly profitable because of the way it is arranged. And somewhere in between could be something like, online teaching or teaching in general. So you can do something like tutoring, where you can hire people. It's still relatively intense in terms of labor and capital because you do need physical locations in most cases. However, because you're able to scale, you're able to use one person to work for you instead, or one person can be used to teach multiple classes or multiple people in a class. It's a bit better. So you want to ensure that you're in an elf business, because if you choose the wrong business, then you can put 10,000 hours into your business. You won't make that much progress if you have the wrong business model. Because if you are putting your time into something that has no leverage, that has no scale, no leverage, no scale, then you're not going to get very far. So something that really breaks my heart is when I see people who run corner stores. So a lot of South Asian uncles run corner stores. And what I feel very, very, very sad about is that most of these corner stores, they're barely making profit. And not only are they barely making profit, but it's hard work. It's difficult. They've been in business for more than a decade in most cases, and they really haven't gone that far financially. They haven't been able to even hire more than 5 staff members because they're too expensive. And that's because it is a half business. Okay, it is a difficult business. We don't want to quit a job and work in a half business. We do not want to do that, because that is worse than having a normal job. Because having a normal job, at least you get security, at least you get paid leave, and you get sick leave, you get benefits. But when you have a half business, you're in a position where you're burnt out. You're in a position where you struggle all the time. You struggle every single week. It's not fun. So if you're in like a half business, my best advice is to get out of that half business, do something else as quickly as possible. Because the longer you stay within the half business area, the longer that you sink your time into that area, the more opportunities you lose in other areas of your life, in other areas of potentially getting to a business which does give you freedom, which does help you.